Hey everyone, today, I'm diving into a story that's as chilling as it is heartbreaking. It's about a seemingly perfect family, Shelly and Brian, who had it all: love, kids, and a cozy home in the suburbs. But over time, things went dark, and the facade crumbled. This tale explores the themes of love, betrayal, and what happens when a mother is pushed to her limits. Spoiler alert: the ending might surprise you. So, grab a snack, sit back, and let's unravel this intense narrative together. Shelly and Brian, high school sweethearts, were the definition of couple goals. They built a life filled with laughter, love, and the pitter-patter of little feet. Their two kids, Agatha and Arthur, brightened their days. Picture this: family vacations filled with smiles, a backyard barbecue with friends, and children running around with joy. Life felt like a beautiful dream, and for many years, it truly was. Shelly thought she had married the man of her dreams. Brian was charming, attentive, and the perfect father. It felt like they were untouchable in their little bubble of happiness. But, as life often goes, that bubble began to show cracks. The idyllic moments that once filled their home began to fade, and soon, the laughter was replaced with something far more ominous. As time rolled on, Brian started to change. It wasn't overnight, but little by little, alcohol crept into the picture. Suddenly, he was staying out late after work, and his once sweet words were now often laced with slurred speech and bitterness. Shelly tried to brush it off, thinking it was just a phase: stress from work, parenting, the usual life struggles everyone faces. But deep down, she sensed something was off. It wasn't just that he was drinking more, it was how it was changing him. The gentle man she fell in love with seemed to be fading away, replaced by someone angry and unpredictable. It was as if a dark cloud was casting shadows over their lives, and Shelly felt helpless as she watched the man she loved more than anything begin to unravel before her eyes. Around this time, Shelly noticed something unsettling in her daughter, Agatha. The little girl who used to be full of vibrant energy gradually turned into a shadow of her former self. Once bubbly and curious, Agatha now barely spoke, her laughter silenced, and her sparkle dimmed. She stopped asking to help in the kitchen or engage in games with Arthur, who missed his sister's playful spirit. The most alarming change was her struggle with food. It became a battle to get her to eat. Shelly felt a pit in her stomach grow each time she noticed those dark circles under Agatha's eyes. It was a heartbreaking transformation that made her worry deeply for her daughter's mental and emotional health. As the family dynamic shifted, Agatha's withdrawal became a silent scream for help, and Shelly wished she could unravel the mystery that was clouding her child's spirit. One fateful night, after yet another dinner showdown where Agatha refused to eat, Shelly made the brave choice to confront her daughter. She sat beside Agatha, her heart racing. "Sweetheart, talk to me. What's wrong?" It was one of those moments that would forever change their lives. Agatha hesitated at first, but then her voice, usually filled with laughter, cracked and gave way to a heartbreaking confession: "It's Daddy." Shelly's heart sank, the room spinning around her. She instinctively knew it wasn't going to be good. Tears streamed down Agatha's face as she revealed the horrifying truth: the nights, the unwanted touches, and the threats that had turned their home into a nightmare. In that moment, Shelly's world shattered. The man she married, the father she trusted, was not the person she thought he was. Anger and fear flooded through her, igniting a mother's instinct to protect her child at all costs. That night, instead of calling the police or confronting Brian in a rage, Shelly decided to wait. She wanted to be sure. When Brian stumbled into bed, reeking of whiskey, he mumbled something about a long day, rolling over without a care in the world. But for Shelly, the storm inside her was raging. She stood over him, and in that moment, she felt no fear, only a fierce determination to protect her daughter. Silently, she walked to the kitchen, the knife in her hand feeling cold and heavy, a symbol of her resolve. She returned to the bedroom, climbing onto the bed beside him. With a whisper, she said, "I know." Before he could even register what was happening, the blade sank deep into his throat. As Brian choked, fear washed over his face, but it was too late. With each stab, Shelly felt a mix of rage and liberation. This was the end of his reign of terror. By dawn, Brian lay lifeless, and Shelly sat beside his body, breathing heavily, drenched in his blood. She felt no guilt, no remorse, just a profound sense of peace. A heavy burden had been lifted off her shoulders. She knew this decision would forever alter her children's lives, but for now, the immediate threat was gone. Shelly realized the darkest decisions often come from the bravest places, and she made a choice to protect Agatha and Arthur, no matter the cost. The emotional ripple effects of that night would always be present, but she had done what she thought was necessary. So, what do you think? This story highlights the complexities of love and the brutal lengths one might go to protect their family. It's a deeply unsettling tale that leaves us questioning morality and justice. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.